Where on Earth is Middle-earth? Since the Lord of the Rings author J.R.R. Tolkien endeavored to create an English mythology through his works, surely Middle-earth has some basis in the real world to accompany that mythology. Well, actually, it did. But it's not all in New Zealand where the film was largely shot. Tolkien's letters tell us that Middle-earth is not entirely an imaginary world. Middle-earth is essentially Europe. The geographies do not exactly match reality, but there are some inklings of it in his writings. Cerro, where Tolkien lived in the 1890s, is a small area in Birmingham that inspired the look of one of the most tranquil places in Middle-earth, Hobbiton, the small town where the hobbits lived. But as for where it is located on the map, Hobbiton is most likely in Oxford, and Hobbiton itself is found in the Shire, which is itself highly reminiscent of England, in particular, the West Midlands, where Tolkien spent most of his childhood. The Shire's landscapes and place names are based on places such as Worcestershire and Oxfordshire. And Middle-earth, where the Shire is found, is the main continent of Arda, or the Earth itself. For Minas Tirith, or Tower of Guard, the capital city of Gondor, the most prominent kingdom of men in Middle-earth, Tolkien placed it in Florence. Gondor was most likely inspired then by either ancient Rome, Byzantium Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, or even just Venice. He wrote about Minas Tirith. If Hobbiton and Rivendell are taken, as intended, to be at about the latitude of Oxford, then Minas Tirith, 600 miles south, is at about the latitude of Florence. The mouths of Anduin and the ancient city of Pelargir are at about the latitude of ancient Troy. He also wrote about Gondor. Thank you very much for your letter. It came while I was away in Gondor, namely Venice, as a change from the North Kingdom, or I would have answered before. The real-life inspiration for Rohan, another fictional kingdom of men, has been debated widely by academics. Most say that Rohan highly resembled Mercia, one of the most powerful kingdoms of Anglo-Saxon England, found again in the Midlands. Although Tolkien said himself that the characters of Rohan did not resemble the ancient English, except in a general way, due to their circumstances. As for Numenor, once the greatest civilization of men, it was meant to allude to the legend of Atlantis, so not really a real place on Earth, but more of an allegorical city. Mordor, the realm and base of the evil Sauron, is how Tolkien, who has anti-industrialization leanings, imagined his own experiences in the industrial Black Country of the English Midlands. It is also reminiscent of the brutal battlefields and the harrowing trenches of the Western Front during World War I, in which he participated, and where two of his closest friends were killed. But on the other hand, there was Lothlorien or Lorien, the fairest realm of the elves remaining in Middle-earth during the Third Age. This was the devoutly Roman Catholic Tolkien's earthly paradise. Perhaps Tolkien finds our own world magical as it is, and our existing visions of paradise are heavenly as it is. He wrote about Middle-earth. I am historically minded. Middle-earth is not an imaginary world. The theater of my tale is this Earth, the one in which we now live. But the historical period is imaginary. I have, I suppose, constructed an imaginary time, but kept my feet on my own Mother Earth for place. I prefer that to the contemporary mode of seeking remote globes in space. If you had the chance to visit Middle-earth, where would you go first? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Generalists channel so you can be notified whenever a new video comes out.